Hi, I'm Angela Whitlock and I'm going to talk to you today about EMDR, which stands for Eye Movement Desensitisation and Reprocessing. It's been around since the 80s and it was first discovered by a lady called Francine Shapiro. Now it's a recommended therapy by the NHS under the NICE guidelines as well for trauma. It deals with processed and unprocessed memories. Put in simple terms, a processed memory. Do you recall falling off a bike when you were a kid? Maybe a push bike? You will have been emotionally, physically and mentally traumatised at the time because most people hurt themselves. But actually when you think about it now, the majority of people are able to talk about it, it's just a story. And that's one of the differences. A processed memory is just a story, and that's because we connect all the senses up with it. Now, if you look at an unprocessed memory, I'll give you an example of a case study. There was a gentleman that came to me. He was at the end of the road. He'd been diagnosed with bipolar. He'd had cognitive behaviour. He had all sorts of different therapies, counselling. And it was all to do with disturbing nightmares. And they were all originated from an event that actually happened. He couldn't get out of his mind. He couldn't sleep and he was in a terrible state. He came to me for help using EMDR. We did 2 or 3 sessions and we were able to shift that traumatic memory so it became a story and he was able to speak about it. Now you do this by connecting some of the senses. I use specialist equipment to do this and it involves your eyes, your senses as in what you feel, and it also involves what you hear, and I use equipment to do that. And what we do is we take you through the actual event, but as if you're actually watching it on a screen or even watching it out of a train window. You're not reliving the event at all. But it deals really well with past disturbing memories. The difference between a processed and an unprocessed memory, a processed one is a story. An unprocessed memory still has raw emotion attached to it. And the way you know this is because you will physically feel something. So when you bring up that particular memory, you may feel tightness in your chest, your stomach, your head. They're the general areas that we feel. So it actually has a physical resonance throughout the body. And that's how we can tell whether something hasn't been processed in the mind. Can anyone use it? No. And I say that because you need stability of the mind before we can do it. Sometimes memories are so disturbing that what we have to do first is set up resources where you build your confidence, you build your belief in yourself before you can actually undergo EMDR. I've used it successfully on all sorts of different cases. And there are a number of testimonials on the website you'll be able to see. So get in touch for initial chat. We're here to help. Contact me on 0845 643 6117 or drop me an email at info@angelawhitlock.com. Look forward to speaking with you.